of his broken hymn, saying, "I'm not, this is who I am." Oh no, you ain't there yet. Don't stop to catch your breath. You're going higher, 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 higher. Let go, set me free. Got the streets all I need. We're going higher, 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 higher. Keep running, keep running, keep
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. In today's game, we have a matchup of two players coming off monster years. It's Devontae Freeman going up against Doug Martin.
All right, thank you, Larry. We are on the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Ten yards still left on second down. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And Freeman lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On third down, Devontae Freeman. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on fourth.
I know it's the first half, but it's still hard to curb the enthusiasm for that stop. 3rd and 1, and the offense can't get there. The defensive team has got to feel very good about themselves. Great job out leveraging the offense.
He gets this away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Tevin Coleman. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. They're going to run this with a tight end. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Play action now. Winston. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Vic Beasley. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Brian Anger now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. So out come the Falcons now. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. To throw again. Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Fumbles, that's how you get in the coach's doghouse. The first one lost and it hurt. This time you lose it and it's taken in for a score. It really hurt.
And about that doghouse, it won't exactly be comfortable, and it definitely won't be air conditioned.
Milk bones?
None.
And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well. But when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. Shifts by him. Room here to run. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
And now a first down following that long gain. They go play action here on first down. He's going to let this one go deep. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
And on 2nd and 10 now. Fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20 at the 15. 23 yards on the play.
And let's face it, what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
Ryan leaves with Freeman on the draw. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Second down following the run. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Take this one down near the 15. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. On is Josh Lambo for the field goal try. And Lambo will put this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
Yeah, as an offensive coordinator, if you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work. But in his defense, this has been a stifling defense so far. So they've got to start finding a way to unlock them as this game goes on.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
On play action, Winston. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme. Get a little bit more.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Collins. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. A first update now out of Jacksonville. And the Jags, they're out to an early lead there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. In motion goes the tight end. They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Off the play fake, Winston. Buying time to his left. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Collins. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They toss to Freeman. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
Now Ryan on 2nd down. Sliding out of the pocket. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
On 3rd down, Ryan. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Here's Bosher to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Bucs now. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. They will run again with Coleman, and he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They go play action. Winston flushed out right. And, Jameis intercepted a third time. It's Desmond Trufant.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Ryan now off the bootleg. And finding the tight end Hooper. And that is what you call a hit stick. Put down to the ground hard at the 19.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
The Falcons on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to set up for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. They run, Devontae Freeman. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Ryan. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3. But now it's 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, Ryan. And almost intercepted. Would have been a huge pick in the end zone, but as it stands, that brings up fourth.
Well, that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on third down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
Not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though this offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, it's still been able to come away with points.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Now a second down throw for Winston. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Grady Jarrett with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long.
Ready. Check 4. Easy. Check. Motion.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout.
Ready.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot. 3rd and long for Winston. On the screen, this is Coleman. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead. Not so fast. That pick six really changes the complexion. Probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now. Probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And here now come the Falcons. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
On 2nd down, Ryan. And a catch right side by Evans. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. Airing this one out for Evans. And this is caught at the 20. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So the chain gang now done for the drive. Ball on the 10, 1st and goal. They'll run here with Freeman. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. To throw on 2nd down, Ryan. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Tell you what, Brandon, if I see a dime look, if I see 6 defensive backs near the goal line, I'm changing to a running play every time.
And they had 6 there. Surprised he didn't audible at the line?
Very much so. I'm going to count on my offensive line in this situation against the lighter defensive backs and try and push it across the end zone that way.
An NFL update. 2nd quarter now in Jacksonville. The Jaguars extending their lead to a couple of touchdowns now. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. So they get the 3, increase their lead to close out the half.
Excellent way to end a drive. Go into the locker room with a little bit of extra momentum after adding 3 to their total.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game. As we will toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando. That's where we check in with Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start the third quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
They begin the drive with Coleman. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Second down, Winston. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
The Bucs on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Winston. Being chased out left. Hard throw, incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. This is away, and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Looking to throw on second down. Ryan throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Evans. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Now it's Ryan. Flush to his right. Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit and, in this case, lose the football?
Should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you've got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
Finds Roberts left side. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard right at the line of scrimmage. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. And not a blitz there, but still able to get there from a strong safety position.
Yeah, I think that was a great example of what they call football IQ. Recognizing he was open, had a chance, and went ahead and got to the quarterback.
Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. He's going to float this over the middle deep, and that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55. But you'll see it just conk off that upright, and they're denied a chance at 3 points.
Freeman. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Ryan going to give to Freeman on the draw. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. Here it's 3rd and 3. They snap it at 1. Now Ryan looking downfield for Jones. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone, loose. And this will go out of bounds, so they will lose yards on the play. And on 4th down, of course, it'll be a turnover on downs.
And I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not there for him.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Now Freeman, he's been busy today. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
Third and long. It's Ryan. He's going to air one out. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I know exactly why I tried to throw the ball to Julio Jones there. He's never considered covered. He's either too fast or too strong. You always try and get it to him.
Especially on those deep passes. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
Back now in Tampa. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the 4th quarter. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And he goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Here's Coleman. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So the D-line's going to spread out. Coleman now. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, no, he lost gets the football, and the Falcons grab it. 5 by Beasley. Past the 20. 10. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Lambeau on for the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Coleman. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
This is Coleman. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
On third down, it's Coleman. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
Desperation time. Winston on fourth down. And no, it's incomplete. The Bucs try it on fourth down but come up empty. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. A 20th carry now for Devontae Freeman. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Ordinarily in short yardage, most people don't run a toss because it takes a little bit longer to develop. But some teams see it as a very physical type run because the amount of people that get out in front of the runner, offensive linemen, tight ends, sometimes an extra back, they like to run that play there and try and run over people.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Do you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. Might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. second down, Freeman. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
This was boxing. You think maybe they would have thought about stopping this one because this defense has been bruised, it's been battered. But this is why they keep the fight going, right? They just got done with a really nice play, showing they still got a little bit left, don't they?
Haven't had many plays that they can clip, put in the film room, and smile about. But, hey, there's one.
Clip and save.